What is going on, guys? It's your boy the Oil God, aka TOG. I am back with another educational video. I am going to discuss the setups for this week. What a crazy week, volatility everywhere, an abundance of two legs. This is the type of price action we like to see. This is where we thrive. So I'm going to break that down for you. Let's review an entire week. It's been a while since we've done educational videos, so I really hope this helps you out to see the market like I see it, and hopefully position you to take advantage of future two legs and future similar price action to what we had this week. So let's go back to Monday and let's see what price action looked like at the beginning of Monday. So we start off here first. We had that range expansion model, right? That's Friday. Trend is down, coming down. But with Monday, we had a Asia session. First off, we opened up. That was the news, political news that we had, right? We wicked on down. We filled this blue gap. There was a open VIB down here, a blue one, which you'll be able to see. I'm going to mark it off right here. All right, there's a little bit of a gap right here. There's a space between that volume, these two candles here. So yeah, it wicked on down to the lows. It didn't fill it. And then it started pushing on up, right? So if price is strong, it should have filled both. It's right there. It filled one. Why did it not fill the second one? Which makes you cautious that price can reverse on up. We come on down. We get a short confirmation. Price closes outside this 1 hour box, right? The highs and lows. When it closes below, this is a short. When it closes above, this is a long. So then we get our first two-leg pullback. So we start here because this candle takes the lows of the opens of these two candles, right? So you have a look at this. This candle right here sweeps the lows with the wick of both candles. So we start a two-leg count here. 1, stop, 2. We enter short here. If you want a little more confirmation, you can enter on this one, and you aim to the VIB below that blue VIB that we just saw, right? So that's a two-leg. First two-leg short if you're trading Asia. I typically don't, unless price action looks extremely clean like it did on this day. I was very confident. This is an easy 3R trade. From what I remember, I think it was just slightly higher than that. But let's mark it off. This is the first two-leg short. If we use a 20-point stop, yeah, so we're looking at around the lows here. So looking at about 4R was the trade, right? So then we come on down. That would be the initial trade you want to take. Now Euro, we get a two-leg reversal. 1, stop, 2, right? So price initially pushes on up, and then we get a nice double top here. Beautiful, a nice double bottom. So the stop bar between the first leg and second leg is nice and small. It opens where the first retracement closes, and then the second leg and the entry bar opens where the second retracement closes, right? So that's a two-leg reversal. If you've tested those out, that is more advanced, but that's how you can call the bottom of a price move down, right? So that's another 3R. And then we push on up, and you see your first two-leg. So we're coming on up. Second retracement here. First 1, stop, 2. Now this is an inside bar. It's inside of this red candle. So you want to enter on the second green one. This candle is extremely big. I would wait for retracement lower. Right? Do you really want to enter at the highs over here? This is where you have to use a little bit of common sense. Sure, price can always go higher, but that's an extremely big candle relative to these ones here. So I'd wait for some type of retracement, even down here, enter on this candle halfway through. I usually enter when a candle's this big, halfway through the candle. That's a good entry point using a 20-point stop, right? So if you took this on the first candle, you're safe. 1, stop, 2. And the entry bar, if you took it on the second one at the highs, you're getting stopped out. Now you get another two-leg here. This is much better. 1, stop, 2. Now this one is also inside of this red bar. You can see if I remove this candle opens higher than this low, and this candle closes lower than this high, right? So you want to enter on the second green. That's an inside bar. You enter on the second green candle. And I'm not sure exactly where that volume POC went. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, so 1, stop, 2. You enter on this one. You're hitting 3R. Boom. Just like that, right? We're hitting target. If you move on BE, you're getting stopped out. I typically don't. And other than that, you're hitting 3Rs. Now, after that, I wouldn't really classify this as a two leg, one stop two, right? Because of the third leg. So we'll avoid this one, but you could have taken this one stop two, three. Again, not my favorite to take. I would avoid that. And let me see if I can fix this with the volume POC. No? Okay. Sorry, I deleted the volume POC and now it's not coming back, but that's fine. I can just re-input the variables on it. It's okay. All right, so let's mark this off again. 20 points. 3R. After that, not much, right? You do get a two-leg reversal here. One stop two. On this, if you wanted to take the pullback, I would ideally like this red bar to be here, but again, this is more of a tougher catch. I'd avoid it. And that's pretty much a session. Nothing New York. Again, New York typically doesn't give you your best setups. It's going to be moves like these, Euro transition, where you get the best ones. So we have, if you took all of these, you have 9R on the day. We move on over to Tuesday now. All right, so we have the squeeze model. We have most of the Asia box inside previous New York. A rule of thumb is you want at least 50% in, 50% or more is what I'd classify as a squeeze model. Not to mention, we have the Euro box engulfing the Asia box. We have the New York box engulfing all other boxes, right? Asia and Euro engulfs both of them. So this is a setup that we can have for a top. We know that the range expansion box can give a next leg up in favor of the short-term trend. What's a short-term trend? Well, first it was down, now it's been up. So we turn it as up, right? It goes up. We can continue a next leg up, which we do get. And then we have another range expansion box at the high. The squeeze model, we know it can give us a reversal, right? It can call the top in favor of the bigger trend. What's the bigger trend? We obviously know it's down here, right? So you got to make sure you look at the trends where price is at. And we got a squeeze model. First two leg we have is this. One, stop, two, right? So this is where you take your short trade. Not really any two legs here in Euro, to be honest, that I would take. This one here, one, stop, two, right? The stop bar wick takes the highs. It's not the cleanest. It's all over the place. You want it nice and tight. One, stop, two. This is beautiful. We have an inside bar, so be cautious. You enter on the second red, right? So what's structure here right now? Well, we're going from up, right? We're going up. We get a big pullback. We're going up. This sweeps the lows over here. We can get a potential structure change. It gets confirmed on this red bar, right? This puts in a lower low. This puts in a lower high versus this. And we can get that move on down. So we got the two leg, which is beautiful. One, stop bar. So be cautious. This bar is inside of this green bar. Two, right? Entry bar is good. It closes where this one closes. This is not inside the bar. It closes leveled out with the second retracement opens. So you enter on the second red for the second red bar. So you get a two leg retracement there. You take it short, you take it 20 points, and then you get your 3R and you get out. Right? So then we come on down, and we get this nice little flag pattern into Asia, which is a continuation play, right? So we get a flag like this, and then price breaks on down, and then we get a two leg reversal into Asia. Right, so have a look at this. We sweep all the lows here. We know oil is a rangy asset. This is an extremely strong move down. Is it trendy? No. So there's potential for reversal here. You'll see this later on in the week as well. So we get a one, we get a medium-sized stop bar relative to this move on down. We have a second leg, beautiful entry, double bottom at the bottom, right? So first retracement, medium stop bar, second retracement. There's no inside bars. And this entry candle opens where this one closes. You enter right here. You go for 20 points. Again, most of these I took. This was a beautiful week for the two leg. You go for 3R. You're hitting. You go for the volume POC that's open. These are the types of days where you can actually hold when you have open targets above. Right? So let's just say we went with the 3R. You're getting paid. And then after that, for Asia, again, we really don't trade Asia that much. So we'll leave that out for now. But this one stop two. There's an extra red bar here. I wanted this green bar to open here. I would not take this trade. And then we get one, stop, two. This is an inside bar, right? So again, be cautious. We can get another leg down. One, stop, two, stop, three. This is where you could have entered. So again, one, stop bar is inside of this candle. Be cautious. Instead of a one, stop, two, entry, we can get a 1 stop, 2 stop, 3 entry, right? So that's where you'd enter. It's kind of like a big flag at the lows. So you can enter here, and this is obviously where you can shoot for 3R or shoot for the volume POC. So again, just keep in mind, 1 stop bar. This small stop bar is small, which is what we like, but it's inside of this candle, right? Opens and closes inside of this candle. So be cautious. We get a second leg. We normally enter on this candle, but because we have a stop bar, we can get a third leg down, which we get. We get a double bottom. This candle opens or this one closes. Picture perfect entry. If you want more confirmation, you can enter on this candle here as well. You don't have to enter on this. It's a doji candle. It can always give you another leg down. Okay. And then after that, 2 leg here. No, not my favorite. 1 stop, 2. It's a pretty big size stop bar. We have an inside candle here. We have 1 strong green bar. I'd want the second one to be green as well. Obviously, this worked out, which means trades can work out. It doesn't have to be picture perfect. But after that, we have a trendy move on up, right? So the trend is slowly moving up. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Whoops. We sweep all these lows. We have a potential structure shift here. 1 stop, 2 push on down. So that's your next entry here, right? 1 small stop bar, 2 beautiful. This is perfect. We have a double bottom here. This candle opens where this first red one closes. We have a small stop bar opens where this one closes on the first retracement. The second retracement opens where this red candle closes. Entry bar opens where this candle closes. This is a perfect 2 leg, right? You don't get these too often, so you want to make sure you take advantage of them. Kind of like this one here, perfect almost. So you take this short, you're getting paid, right? Like, come on now. It's that simple, really. You just got to look for 2 retracements. You understand structure a little bit. You understand the models. Let's keep in mind the model here is squeeze as well. We expect erratic behavior. We have Euro inside of Asia, right? This is a model you need to study. This is the type of price action you can expect with this model when Euro is inside of Asia. Learn the model. You learn where price is going to go. And then we have another squeeze model here at the lows, right? We have Asia inside previous New York. That's it. Nothing else is inside. What did I tell you before? This can signal bottoms, right? So we're at the lows anyways. There's nothing down here besides this, right? This is a low. Price is putting in a higher low versus this low. And we get a squeeze model. We know we can get a reversal. Price rips on up, right? We're continuing up. You get your first 2 leg here, right here. 1 stop, 2. We have an inside bar. Now you enter on this green candle here. So again, why are we not entering on this? 1 stop, 2. We have an inside bar, right? That's the reason why. 1 stop, 2 inside bar. We wait for the third retracement. So 1 retracement, stop. Second retracement, stop, inside bar. That's usually our entry candle. We get a third leg down. We have a stop bar here again. So we're supposed to enter here off the third leg. We wait for a second green. You enter on this candle here, and you're making money. There's nothing stopping you, only your psychology, right? You're only thinking now, hey, you know what? Price is so high up. Keep in mind, we have a squeeze model. It gives erratic, strong behavior. It's at the lows. This is a no-brainer trade for myself. And then we get a flag. And this is where I entered here again. Not the best 2 legs, so I'll leave this one out. We rip on up. We get a 2 leg at the highs here. 1 stop, 2. You enter here. We'll evaluate this. This is a mini 2 leg. We had a bunch of open VIBs here from above. You can see it right here. Right, so we had this. Move this over. We had this one here. There's a space. We had another one here somewhere right here. There's a space between those two. Blow it up for you guys a little bit. Right, so we had a space right here. We had a space right here. We had a bunch of open targets above. And price fills them. We still had some more open targets here, I believe. This one fill. So yeah, see the 2 legs down here. These were 2 open targets above here. So we have a mini 2 leg. Let's evaluate it. Price is ripping on up off a fall stay, quick fall stay. We're getting continuation off the squeeze. 1 small stop bar. Second leg is below the first leg. Beautiful. This is not an inside bar, right? This candle opens inside of it, but it closes leveled out. So this is a valid 2 leg. So you take your 3R, you're getting paid. Now this is the move that I missed over here as well. I wasn't looking at the screens. I also missed the two-leg reversal, but we get a nice strong move on up, right? So we have 1, stop, 2. This is an early two-leg. Have a look at these dojis. It kind of ruins the 1, stop, 2, and then it kind of just waves on out, right? So that's not the two-leg I would take. If these weren't here and it was just strictly this candle, and the red candle, I definitely would take it, but these are dojis. It makes it more of a wavy type of two-leg. This is a much cleaner two-leg afterwards. 1, stop, 2. You call the top. It's a squeeze model. We know it can come back down, erratic behavior. So I definitely would have taken this. This is not a trendy move up. It starts trendy and then it gets erratic, right? It's super vertical now. And not to mention we're at the highs here. This is a nice call out off a squeeze model. We know it can go up, it can go down. It's not just the current session. It can happen over the previous, the next session as well. So that's a 3R trade, off a 2-leg. And that obviously pays. So just beautiful, beautiful price action here, right? This is how you want to see price move. We have a lot of geopolitical stuff going on. We want to take advantage of it. Then we come on down. Let's keep in mind, this is a squeeze model. Euro box smaller. It's inside the Asia box. Kind of similar to this one here, right? So in this case, we had Euro inside of Asia. We came up, we came down, right? Now let's have a look at this. Similar criteria here. We go up, we go down, and then we reverse back on up. That's a squeeze model. We're expanding and we're having erratic behavior. We're sweeping highs, we're sweeping lows. Now our first two-leg here, this is the one that I took, was this one. 1, stop, 2, two-leg reversal. So this is we had a gap here, right? A VIB volume imbalance, which I'll mark on for you guys as well so you can see it, right? So price comes on down and price fills this volume imbalance, right? Now there's another one directly below it. It wicked down here, close to it, and then it reversed back on up. So if you watch some of the videos, you know what I say about this. What happens to price when it gets close to one target, wicks to the second one, doesn't fill it, that can be a reversal signal, right? The example was right here on Asia, which I had mentioned before. This big wick off the news of Maduro, it filled this gap. It did not fill this little volume imbalance that we had right here, right? It wicked right to it. So I blow it up one more time right here, this little gap. We'll keep our cursor there. Right, price comes right here, it wicks right to it, it doesn't fill it, and reverses back on up. Very similar scenario here for Friday, where we get the squeeze model. It fills the first one. Why is it not filling the second one? It already wicked to it. It's right there. That means we have some potential strong buying pressure, and we have a two-leg reversal. So 1, stop, 2. This is an inside bar. The stop bar is inside of this candle, which means be cautious. We could potentially get a third leg down. We have an open volume imbalance below. So we enter on the second green candle, right? So again, two legs can call tops, bottoms, pair that with the models. You have a recipe for success. You go for your 3R. We had a bunch of targets here above those VIBs that we had talked about. And this as well, right? The volume POC. If you really want to go after it with the squeeze, you can do that as well. So that's another 3R trade that hits. Now our next two leg is going to be this one. 1, stop, 2, right? This is not an inside bar. This is perfect. 1, stop, 2. If you're in this, your target has not hit, which means you can add to position here. You take your 1, stop, 2 entry bar. So let's evaluate it first. 2 retracements. Second retracement is below the first one. This nice small stop bar opens where the first retracement closes. Entry bar is opening where the second retracement closes. This is a valid two leg. And again, we had those open. We had a bunch of open gaps here above. You can still see one. One of them got filled over here. But you go for this 3R. You're banking 6R on the day, right? And then we go on up. After that, New York doing what it usually does. If you have a deal like this on New York, you're likely not going to have a good entry model the next day, unless it's a range expansion model, right? Range expansion is if the Eurobox is engulfing like this, the Asia box. In this case, we only have a squeeze, right? So we have a vertical move on up. This is not trendy, right? So let's keep that in mind, which means it can always come back down. Like we saw here, this was at the end of the session. This is vertical. This can come back down, and it actually does come back down right here, middle of the session, right? So where's your entry? I called it a day. I didn't take anything after this, but we push on up. We're vertical move on up. It's not healthy. We're coming down. So let me mark off the trend for you guys. So obviously the trend is up, right? And now this low here sweeps this low, sweeps this low, sweeps this low. This is a potential structure shift. And then we get our 1, stop, 2. Your entry's right here. Yeah, now be cautious. It's a Friday, right? It's 2 o'clock. So that's the only thing. If you plan on holding overnight, valid trade to take. If you plan on closing at the end of session, riskier trade to take, right? It's late. Volatility dies down at that time, around 2 o'clock. So you take your trade. You're obviously still getting paid by the end of the session, but just have a look at that. I mean, vertical move on up, right? We get a potential structure shift. Price holds here. It breaks all these lows. And now we get a 1, stop, 2. Let's evaluate it. We have a first retracement. We have a second retracement. Second retracement is higher than the first retracement. We have a small stop bar. It opens where the first retracement closes, which is beautiful. The first retracement opens where the first red bar closes for the 2-leg short. And the entry bar opens where the second retracement closes. And you bank out your 3R. Right? Like this is price action that we want to see. We have extreme volatility here. We have a 2-leg on the higher time frame. 1, stop, 2. Nice strong candle. We took all these highs. We're getting closer to this peak, right? The trend is down. Valid 2-leg short to take just based off the higher time frame. Now going into next week, 1, stop, 2. We have a 2-leg at the highs. Cautious. The stop bar is an inside bar, as you can see here. This candle is opening and closing within this red candle, right? You can see that there's a little bit of a space here. It doesn't level out. It opens higher and it closes lower than this candle. So 2 things that can happen. You're either we do a 1, stop, 2, and we push on up, or what I'd be looking for instead, 1, stop with the inside bar, 2, stop, 3, something like that, and potentially pushing on up, if not reversing back down, right? If not coming down lower, somewhere around here, just depend on price action, and then building a base and going up, or maybe coming back down. We'll have to evaluate price action next week. So let's review it. How many R's were available to us if we took all 2 legs that were present? Well, we have Monday here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36R in 1 week. 36R, ladies and gentlemen. All from just understanding the models, all from understanding the 2-leg reversals, just little nuances, right? Price wick and below, not filling it. Also understanding what are some good 2 legs, which ones are bad ones, like this one here. You'll already be in this trade, so you wouldn't be worrying about this. But 1, stop, 2, right? Pretty big stop bar in the middle. Still valid 2-leg to take. You can take this. You're still getting paid on it, right? 1, stop, 2. I'd rather take the ones that are smaller with small stop bars versus these medium ones. But if you took this 2-leg, 1, stop, 2, you're still getting paid. Like, that's one that I just missed as well, which I could have added, but you're already in this trade. So just understanding the 2-leg itself, which ones are good. You understand them now. Small stop bars, you want them to kind of open where the other candle closes. You want the second retracement to be lower than the first one. You understand the model, squeeze model. Okay, we're in a range expansion model, right? You understand where price is likely to go. You understand that price is overextended to the downside. This is not a trendy move. It's sweeping the lows. You understand that this is a vertical move on up, super vertical. It's not trendy. You look for a 2-leg at the highs. You catch the reversal. Just small things like that will make you profitable. But 36R in 1 week, nobody can give you 36R in 1 week. People don't even get that in 2 to 3 years, right? If you risk 1% per trade, that's 36% in 1 month. Sorry, in 1 week, not one month, 1 week. Now, granted that this is a very good week, but these are the weeks you want to capitalize on, take advantage of it. Not every week is going to be like this. You're going to have weeks that prices are chopping around. In that time, you're okay with your 3 or 6R that week, right? You only need 2 trades to hit. You're okay. But when price starts behaving like this, where it's really expanding and given volatility, take advantage of it. Size up on good setups like these ones here, right? Valid 2 legs, models. We're at the highs. We're flagging here. It's likely going to break out. This is like the 3rd time we're revisiting this high, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, the 4th time now. If you want to take this one, 1, 2, 3. We're flagging. We're ripping. Take advantage of these guys. 2 leg is the easiest strategy you're going to find. I can't say it enough. Models is where you're going to make most of your money. Not every day is a day you're going to win, and that's okay. But oil is the easiest asset to trade for the 2 leg. I haven't found anything better. Granted, I've only focused on this. You've seen it on stocks. I showed it to you guys on options. 2 leg is the simplest strategy. You literally just wait around for a 2 leg. You take the first one. If you take all of them, you will make money. Once you get more experience, you start understanding which 2 legs are better. Reversals, catching reversals, right? You understand structure shifts. That's when you really get to put that pedal to the metal and make that account grow. But on basic 2 legs like this, you take them, price moves up, you add to position, right? This is a trend line break. You know that price is flagging here. It can break up and rip. That's where you take advantage of setups like these. The 2 leg is the easiest strategy. I can't say it enough. There's nothing easier. There's nothing else going to give you 36R in 1 week. It's strictly the 2 leg and it's strictly oil. So I hope this is educational for you guys, reviewing price action for 1 week. I'll be happy to make more videos for you guys. If you prefer it this way, if this teaches you something, please leave a comment, like. This just motivates me to give you guys more content. I want to make sure everybody gets free for 2026. And I want to make sure you all learn how to trade. This is one of the only ways to become really free in this world, right? It's a 2 leg. It's trading. Sure, there's other strategies. I just haven't found anything else that can give me 36R in 1 week. If you find it, let me know. And again, it's all mechanical here, right? It's all based off 2 leg entries. You know the setups. You know the criteria, what we're looking for. You know what happens when inside bars present themselves. Just wait for it, see it, take it, and I promise you'll make money over the long term. Take care, talk soon, and stay blessed. Peace.